What's up everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Party Chat. I'm your host Matt Southwell and joining me this week is Dan Gilbert and Ashley Dye. So let's get straight into this.
Yeah.
I've got a question, but actually before we get into the question, for new viewers, firstly welcome. If you're not familiar with Party Chat, it's a weekly show that the three of us do every Wednesday where one of us will bring a topic to the table for discussion. Anything basically video game related. It can be current, it can just be lists, it can be absolutely as wide as our imagination allows us.
Yes.
So this week I thought we always talk about how many games we have and what a pain it is. It's big backlogs, we've talked about it, we had a conversation. What if, hypothetically, we just all went, fuck it, for the rest of our lives I am only playing one game. Never, it can be any console you want. No console limitations. Hypothetically, you have all the consoles.
Yeah.
But you can only play one game. What would it be? Who wants to go first? Dan?
Right. Well, I'd double check with you whether I was allowed this completely, and you said yes because it's released as one package.
It exists as a game.
Yep.
It's
on 3 discs, but it's still a game release in one thing. It's going to be the Mass Effect trilogy, because for me, you get an incredible storyline, which you can vary on a ridiculous scale across the total, actual 3 discs that you're having.
Yeah.
And so on. You get variety in the sense of the type of play you can be, like the class of who you are. The fact that you can go between either being a male character or a female character changes things as well, and the amount of dialogue that's in that game that I will never hear, simply because I've just not played it certain ways.
Yeah,
you got your good and your bad ways, and also there was actually a multiplayer thing that came out in Mass Effect 3. So you do have a online component as well that you can do. Yeah,
because we're saying, fairly hypothetical here as well, that the infrastructure of online communities and everything still exists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no kind of end of the world scenario. It's just
we're taking a break from anything else.
You're saying indefinitely, you're committing to one game, signing on the dotted line. And yes, like you said, it is 3 games, but because it's sold as one unit, it's one disc, or it's one package, one game, one SKU, I suppose. So that is acceptable.
Yeah.
It's a good choice. I think it's, like you said, there's so much. You've probably got, not even joking, saying 300 to 500 hours of potential game there.
Yeah, well, they say in the description thing on Amazon, because I've looked it up here, so I had to prove to you that it existed.
It was one game.
Over 75 hours of story content, and that's on one playthrough.
And that's on
that's going through solidly on one path.
Yeah,
that's good.
If you include all the variations in there.
Would you not get bored there? Even though it is different dialogue, it is still effectively, point to point, the same game.
Yeah, but if you take your time.
It's true. You have got your whole life.
Exactly.
plenty.
So, Ash, what would you go with for yours?
Well, I was thinking along the lines of something where there is a lot of sort of construction or different aspects to the game involved, and I was thinking along the lines of sort of roller coaster tycoon or theme park and things like that. Possibly new release recently, Scream Ride, where you've got that sort of added ability to build in your own roller coasters and things. But I've settled with Trials Fusion purely because its replayability factor is huge. I mean, I never get bored of playing Trials, as I'm sure you both are the same. We all love that game. I think you've got the normal sort of playthrough, which sort of gradually get more and more difficult, more challenging. But within that, you've obviously got you can always do better sort of aspect. Yeah. It's fun. There's
a balance.
Well, yeah, there is maybe.
When I've seen you play those expert levels, it doesn't look like you're having fun.
I know. Fun and frustration, I suppose, do go hand in hand. But on top of that, you have got the multiplayer aspect where you can play with friends. You've got the challenges online as well, and you've also got the sort of creator modes, and also play other people's tracks, of which there are hundreds of thousands of tracks that other people, the community, have built that you can then play. So I mean, it's an endless game really. I don't think there is any end in sight. It's just whether you get bored of sort of the crash and dying aspect.
I was going to say, it probably would take you the whole life to say, right, expert, I'm going to complete this level without falling off. No faults.
Yeah.
Because we've watched some of those things on YouTube, and it's just like...
I don't know how people do it. I mean, it's delicate.
But you would get that good, wouldn't you?
You would, yeah, with the right practice, and I think in really controlling the bike. I mean, as with anything, you know, practice does make...
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect.
It
Or at
does
least better.
better, in my case, yeah.
I think fundamentally it's a good choice in game for the amount of hours it gives you. I question your kind of rationale on whether or not it's going to save you money in the long run because of the number of controllers you're going to break.
Yeah.
You have to replace a lot of thumbsticks.
And potentially
Yeah.
maybe even TVs. If you do you ever throw your controllers, or are you normally
I'm
good
not
enough
as,
at-
I'm not as
you're
bad as
thrower?
you with... No, I know you're the thrower, but no, I don't generally throw the controller.
Can I
but-
just ask one quick thing in this scenario?
Yeah.
Are we all on our own individual games at the same time? Because one of the things Ash has pointed out is obviously the competitive replayability of always being able to do better, and part of that is the leaderboards against your friends.
Yeah, but he'll just compete on the worldwide leaderboards.
That's
Yeah.
that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So,
The worldwide, you know, it's just us three idiots deciding this. I mean, everyone else is probably still playing games like a normal person.
Yeah, no, it's more of a case of would he then no longer be able to compete against us, or would
He wouldn't be able
would
to-
we be free at this
Yeah.
point? And it's only him who's suffering.
Yes, we would be.
Okay.
We'd be free.
yeah.
That's fine.
He would inevitably beat our. We're saying from now,
Yeah.
so he would eventually beat. It probably would take him most of his life to beat my scores. To be fair,
Yeah.
I haven't played that game in ages.
It's still as fun as always.
Yeah, it's a good choice though. I can see it's
Yeah.
both those games obviously give different levels of content. Because in theory, Trials is just a 1 minute ride. In theory,
Well, I don't know which levels you're referring to, but
in theory,
they're not a minute.
if you nail it,
Level 1.
Yeah.
a couple of minutes. Like
Yeah.
if you if you do it without any faults and you do have to jump first time,
I think even the expert ones are
Only a
meant to
couple
be
of
within
minutes.
3 minutes. Most of them, yeah.
yeah. So it's good choices. I ummed and ahed on this one. My first inkling went towards sports games. We talked about that because sports games, they don't have an ending as such. You know, you can someone like FIFA, obviously a big football fan, NHL, a hockey fan as well. Those games would give me a lot of hours of entertainment. I mean, there was a time where basically I used to just only play FIFA anyway when I was young and naive. But then I thought, I don't know if I could restrict myself to that one sport game.
Yeah,
Because I think it would, even though it is limitless, it might frustrate me eventually.
I think so.
So I've gone with GTA 5. Just there's limited amount, but I think the amount of time it would take me to 100% that game, and that's just doing the stuff that the game sets out, not let alone all of the exploring of every single. There's probably, it's not limitless, but you've got GTA Online as well. Okay, not with you guys, but I could meet random people online as well.
Well, we just said that
Yeah.
we'd be free to still
Yeah,
play the game. That's what I was asking about like for Ash's one. So in this
Sorry.
scenario,
but
we would still be free to get online, and only you're stuck in GTA.
What? You're confusing me now. You're not allowed to play. No, you're playing Mass Effect for the rest
that's
of
what I
your
was
life.
asking before. I was asking whether we would be like for Ash's one, whether we.
No,
would
we're not
still
allowed
be
to
free.
play it.
Okay,
No, so you're stuck with your one game. You've made your choice.
that's what I was asking. You said we would be fine, and only he was suffering.
Yeah, he would be suffering because he's suffering in that one game, whereas we're not. That's what I meant. So
Sorry.
but okay, so
yeah,
so
so
you'd
you're-
have the general community of which there is.
still millions and millions.
Yeah, there's still
There's one or
constantly
two people
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
there's constantly people uploading new racetracks, new
Exactly.
death matches. Obviously now with the heists, you know, there's in terms of
There's a lot of hours there.
there's a lot of hours. I mean, there already has been a lot of hours played by all of us across the general campaign.
I would love to platinum that game as well. I just think that would be such a good platinum to achieve.
We should challenge ourselves.
No, I don't have I do not have 200 hours to get this platinum, which is how long it would take. Because it's not just completing the story missions as well, it's getting like the 3 gold stars on them all as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But that's all I need to do.
That's all you need to do?
Yeah, I just need to get the gold stars on the missions.
This is for the PS3 version, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm playing the high-res PS4, obviously. First person as well.
I was going to say...
I played a whole game in first person and then the whole game in third person. So, just hey, I've got the rest of my life, I need to kill time somehow. But yeah, I like to think that's... hopefully I wouldn't regret it.
It comes down to finding a game that has the depth, the replayability. It's not so linear that you can find different variations to it, and something you just enjoy and aren't going to get bored with. Yeah.
I think it's safe to say this is very much a hypothetical. I don't think I'd ever want to play one game for the rest of my life.
No. I quite often play 6 games in one day just to mix it up and eat a bit.
There's never a game I've liked enough to say I could just play this game forever.
Same.
It's difficult. I mean, no one should want to. I don't understand the people that just play FIFA or just play Call of Duty. It's like, yes, they're good games. Or even then, that's not one game because they're still upgrading.
Yeah.
But even then, it's just like there's so much out there. So basically, what I'm saying is these last 10 minutes have been a complete waste of time because it's never going to happen. But it was interesting to see what you guys thought of if you were gun to the head scenario, what you would pick.
It just answers the question of the types of games there are. There are obviously games out there that we enjoy more than the games we have mentioned today.
Yeah, these are not our favourite games.
So it's a different way of looking at it. Rather than a game that you love playing, that doesn't mean you even though you love playing it, you certainly wouldn't want to play it forever. But there are games that you don't love as much, but that do have that just constant replayability and fun aspect to them.
Exactly.
So it's just a different way of looking at it.
No, it's good. And everyone out there, obviously, let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. What game would you play forever if you had to? Is there a game? I mean, it's difficult. It's a difficult thing to answer because it is a massive hypothetical. But is there a game that you love that much that you could just play forever? Do let us know, and we will respond to you and let you know whether you're right or wrong.
Matt will.
Oh, yeah. I have no problem telling people.
If your opinion differs from Matt, you're wrong.
To
say it now.
I agreed up front that I don't even know if GTA was the right choice here. Sports might have been the right choice. I'll agree that I could see Trials as well. I don't think I could play Mass Effect forever because I just can't get into that story. Maybe if I had it for the rest of my life, it would force me to get into it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it for this week. Ash, almost forgot your name for a second.
Yeah. Who are you?
Dan, thank you for your time as always, and everyone out there, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you all next Wednesday.